the door is open now for what K-pop Demon Hunters is. Will that happen for the boys?
Teddy Swims, if you're listening to this, you're gonna be great in this league, all right?
And you know what, Teddy, listen, we gonna be there because he got the house, he got the tickets.
I want Cardi to be focused on being Cardi B.
Hey, it's Cat's Eye.
Hey, it's Tate McCrae.
Hey, what's up? It's Sabrina Carpenter.
Girl, we did it, baby.
Hey, it's Megan Trainor.
And this is the Hot 100 show.
This is the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 for the week dated October 4th. Back in the top 10 are Gaga and Bruno. Love Me Not falls to number 9.
I love Coachella. Last year I saw Raven Lene there. She's on the list. She's on the Billboard Hot 100. Exactly, yeah. She's also having success with the Billboard charts right now. I gotta say, Coachella books great artists, but the great artists, I think, command Coachella to book them as well. So it's gonna be a great year.
Dang, that's deep, that's deep.
Once I leave you, I'm strung out. If I get you, I'm slowly breaking down.
Bieber's Daisies holds on to 8.
Counting the days, how many days till I can see you again?
My man, you know the Hot 100? You know the Hot 100? Want to talk about it? Music, list, Biebs. Have you heard the song Daisies?
Yeah, I heard his new album. I'm kind of impressed by it, just because like all the stuff that he was going through in his past, with people always stalking him, especially him as a father and, you know, raising his own kid.
The way you got me all in my head.
Honestly, I think that, you know, him coming out with that new album made him feel like a punk. And honestly, he kind of turned up, not gonna lie. More than Kendrick, bro.
Yo, what? That's crazy. You literally just stopped running with just bars.
You got me all in my own. You got me all in my head.
All right, guys, I gotta be honest, it's been a while. I was not expecting to see Gaga and Bruno back in the top 10. Are we ready to die with a smile?
Always. I can say that.
It's crazy. I mean, this song has fallen out of the top 10 a few times, but it just keeps bouncing back. It's unkillable. They've both released multiple singles since Die With a Smile,
And
but
a
this
whole
is the
album
one.
if you're Lady Gaga. Yeah.
But this is the one.
And I mean, I feel like a lot of people were talking about Gaga's single that had to do with Wednesday, and that song never hit the top 10. So what is it about this song that's even eclipsing Gaga's solo singles?
I think this song is just like what we've been missing, which is like a pure pop song with two incredible pop artists with Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. I think it's just, it has this lasting effect that, I mean, it's like, I mean, the video views, the YouTube views are like insane. People are so shocked. I'm like, don't be shocked. It's Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. They could literally be silent on a track and it would probably hit top 10.
Yeah, I think the thing about this song that a lot of people love is it checks a lot of boxes. It's obviously got a pop base. It's kind of got like a little folky, little country, kind of 70s sound. So I just think obviously their core fan bases are going to eat it up. But I know a lot of parents, a lot of cross-generational appeal, a lot of cross-sound appeal. So just if it crosses so many different demographics that it's one of those things where you combine the force of all those people together, and clearly you got a lasting year-plus hit.
Yeah, it's working on multiple radio formats. Like Trevor said, it's very cross-generational. It's international. It's a huge hit globally. It's maybe even bigger around the world than it is here. So, it's one of the biggest songs of the last few years, if not the last decade.
And I guess another question I would want to ask you guys, do you think there's ever something that's tied to pop culture that makes a song pop back into the top 10 like this? Like, was Gaga doing something or Bruno doing something that just sees a song come back out of nowhere like that?
I mean, that happens all the time. With this song, I think it might really just be like it can't stop on radio. People just keep streaming it, unless there's something I was missing in the last few weeks. I mean, Gaga's been on tour, but she's been singing it over the last couple months. It's nothing new that happened in the last couple of weeks. I think it's just one of those songs that is hard to kill off. It's not gonna die.
And then guys, of course, Bieber also holding on in the top 10. We had Gerard out in the streets. A lot of people were still talking about Yukon. That song hasn't hit the top 10 yet, but Daisies is still killing it.
I was recently out in Brooklyn and I kid you not, like the energy felt like Daisies. And then I walk in to grab a bottle of chilled rosé and they're playing it.
As one does.
As one does, you know what I mean? I mean, me and my friends, we are the ones keeping Daisies in top 8, but I think it just has this feeling connected to like, I don't know, just something that we're all craving. And I think that's why maybe that is what's keeping that one on the charts, and maybe Yukon is a bit, I don't know. I think UConn has got the TikTok mashups. Like I've heard at least 5 different ones, but Daisies is just like Daisies. Like you just want to feel that feeling.
And then of course, Delisa, you love you some Raven Lene. So did the people in the streets actually. So why do we feel like Raven's got this staying power now?
Someone else gotta speak, cause y'all know how I feel.
She said she's too biased on this. Yeah, I mean, I think Raven, obviously, the radio support is really one of the key things that's driving the song. It was just number 2 a couple weeks ago on the pop airplay chart, still holding on in the top 5. So that base of support is doing really, really well there. And again, I mean, you know, it's one of those things that we're seeing with Die With A Smile, with some of these other songs that we'll talk about later. People are really, when they love a song, they will latch onto it. There was kind of this energy maybe, you know, 5, maybe almost 10 years ago where we were so ready for new music all the time. People could drop, you know, 2-3 weeks and we grab this one. Okay, we're done with this one. We'll grab this one. We're done with this one. Now people are really sitting with songs. If they really like them, they'll throw them on the playlist. They'll go back and forth every time. So it's one of those songs that I think it's found its audience and they are not letting that go.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you're talking about Love Me Not being such a huge hit on pop radio because Raven has been one of the kind of like up and comers in R&B over the last like 10 years, but that song has really crossed over. It's like, you know, probably had that R&B base over the last year since it came out, and then it really kind of like sprouted once it blew up on TikTok.
Well, Trevor, you talk about the rest of the chart having a few more of those hits. Let's see where they are back into the top 10. Longevity record breaker Lose Control is up again.
He's just his own person, you know? Like, he doesn't listen to any of the hate, and he just keeps on going, no matter what. What you think?
I think his music expresses his creativity.
My man tried to give me an SAT type answer. I respect that.
I'm falling apart right in front of you, can't you see?
What you think?
I think I saw him in the Coachella lineup this year. Am I right? I'm ready to see him. I've never seen him. I'm ready to see like what's going on there.
So you getting tickets? You getting tickets for everybody? All right, listen. Oh, you got the house. All right, bet. Okay, what's up?
One more thing. Teddy Swims, if you're listening to this, you're going to be great in this league, all right?
And you know what, Teddy? Listen, we going to be there because he got the house. He got the tickets.
I got the Uber and the motivation.
Look, we there.
Got me down on my knees, darling, please.
Manchild is down to 6.
And we have like Sabrina Carpenter on the list. Like she is just crushing. She's also headlining one of the nights at Coachella.
She's great. I mean, she's popular for a reason, I'm sure. Like there's a lot of reasons, and everything's really catchy. Sometimes too catchy, but you know.
I feel you. Sometimes I'm like, this is so catchy.
It's all good music. I got no quarrels with it or anything. So.
Your idol is at number 5.
Right now, I'm getting upset because we got K-pop Demon Hunters and ain't nobody heard the songs. How come y'all ain't watch K-pop Demon Hunters?
I'm not a big like K-pop guy. I don't know.
I wasn't either till I heard the tracks. They was fighting and singing. Have you seen somebody fight and sing?
Hey, I haven't. I might need to check it out now though.
I mean, look, they had swords and they were fighting demons while singing songs.
Yeah, I'm all you need. I'ma be your idol.
Morgan and Tate are locked at 4. So what was interesting to me about Gerard out in the streets was how excited those guys were that Teddy Swims was playing Coachella and they're going to get to see him live. So Teddy has a hold on the chart and people aren't going anywhere. What do you think it is about this song connecting with all generations?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to Die With A Smile. It's like it's a ballad that is both contemporary, but it's got this kind of retro feel. It's crossed over to R&B, it's adult contemporary, it's pop. I mean, we talked about Die With A Smile being kind of unkillable. This song is a whole year older. In fact, I looked this up before we came on. Do you guys have any guesses as to where Lose Control was on the Hot 100 exactly a year ago today?
September 2024. I'm gonna say it's 5.
It was number 7, the same spot that it is this week. This song is truly unkillable. It has not deteriorated like at all.
You gotta wonder, like, you know, given the Die With The Smiles, given the Lose Controls, I wonder, you know, how many A&R songwriting camps are trying to find these sort of perfect intersections of 5 or 6 different genres that appeal, because it feels like that is, you know, a real winning recipe, obviously, with what we see for the past year, 2 years on the charts. You know, certainly you think, okay, hip hop is, you know, huge, or pop music is huge, but it just feels like that sweet spot of this adult contemporary kind of, young enough but sort of leans old enough, you got to think there's a lot of people out there that are just trying to, break this formula down and make full albums and careers out of this.
Yeah, and I mean, another big hit on the charts right now, Man-Child, which I'm still kind of shocked that Tears isn't like still in the top 10 because I thought the new single was doing really well.
I think Man-Child has that exact thing that you're talking about. I think if you strip the lyrics away from Man-Child and you just listen to the instrumental, it has those qualities that really resonate with a lot of people across a lot of different genres. So I think that's kind of why we're seeing, I don't know, we're seeing Man-Child really stake its claim and sink its teeth into these charts, and maybe that's why Tears isn't the one that's rising up to the top.
Yeah, it's funny, when Man-Child came out, I feel like, it debuted at #1, but then it kind of fell off, and I think some people were looking at it like, oh, it's not as big as Espresso or Please 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 or some for big hits from last year. But now we're like 3-4 months away from when it came out. The album came out, she put another single out, and this is still #6. This is still in the top 10. It's really held on strong.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because I actually would have thought it sort of plays back to the same thing that Short and Sweet had, where the lead single gets its time and the second single comes in and kind of obviously replaces it the way that Taste, came through. They had a huge debut, #2, took off, at pop radio, became the new thing. I'm a little surprised, I can't lie. I thought Taste was going to be, I thought Tears was going to be the new Taste.
But Man-Child fell out of the top 10 and now it's back. So maybe Tears, had its big debut, fell off, but maybe once radio really kicks in, it'll get another moment. We'll see. Yeah.
And then, I'm always a little shocked by the Tate and Morgan collab, not because it's not a great song, but there's not a lot of promotion coming for that single at all, yet it is still here.
But that's how big Morgan Wallen and Tate McCrae are. They're such a powerhouse duo. Morgan's album just won't go away. It's still in the top 3 on the Billboard 200. And Tate, she could be doubling up soon. Her new song, Tit for Tat, it's been really strong on Spotify and other streaming services. She's really kind of on a hot streak right now.
And we'll talk about so much more K-pop demon hunters. Gerard couldn't find any fans out in the streets, so we gotta see if he found somebody that knows Golden. But before we get back to the top 3, the Billboard 200 charts, Cardi B is #1.
Cardi B, every song platinum. I'm not the other.
Cardi B has hit #1 on the Billboard 200. Her album, Am I the Drama, debuted atop the tally dated October 4th with 200,000 equivalent album units earned in the United States.
I'm talking baby.
It's her second #1, 7 years after her debut, Invasion of Privacy. It marks 2025's biggest week for an R&B hip-hop album by a woman.
Good evening, everybody. I'm out here trying to sell these CDs. I'm trying to change my life around. I used to be a professional ballerina.
The artist also mounted a busy schedule of in-store appearances during release week, doing photo ops and meet and greets with fans purchasing the album. And then, of course, there was the drama. And rapper JT retweeted gossip about Stefon Diggs, Cardi B's boyfriend and father of her baby-to-be. Cardi snapped back at JT with screenshots and calling her just ungrateful. Cardi ended the exchange with, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is why the album is called Am I the Drama?" Good night, everybody.
Congrats goes to Cardi B for being #1 on the Billboard 200. How you guys feeling about our girl Cardi?
I was listening to it on the way to the office, and I was just starting off with Dead. It's you have Summer Walker just coming in, and you're like what you're about to get. And then she's like, I'm gonna put 3 shots in their head, I'm gonna bowl with their head. I'm like, oh my, it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to have Cardi back. I'm really happy with all the promotion that she's been doing, how much I know it took us 7 years to get to this point, but she's making it count with how much she's pushing her album, how much she's pushing her story. I love it. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, this is a real W. Look, with Cardi, it had been 7 years. There had been peaks and valleys in that 7 years where you felt like, I don't know how the sophomore album's gonna do. Then, whop it up, blow up, and then it's like, oh, this is the time to strike, and we don't strike. And then, then it's like, okay, is this ever gonna come out? How's it gonna? Wow. Just to come through with that 200,000 first week, I think is something that maybe even a month ago, 2 months ago, a lot of people may not have called. So the fact that she was able to do, like you said, she got out there. She was doing every appearance, every interview, every, all over social media, just really put in the groundwork game in, and clearly to these results, and obviously a lot of the songs charting on the Hot 100, and a lot of acclaim. Like a lot of people really in the strong like to love category. So I just think the good reception, plus the promo plan, plus of course the anticipation and the factor. I mean, if you're Cardi, you got to be, you know, kicking your little red bottom heels up this week, and you got to be satisfied with this.
I mean, the promo was amazing. I love everything she did. The touring, the showing up at malls. I mean, this is one of my favorite clips. You guys got to see.
Due to our popular demands, I got the Am I the Drama CDs Court Edition, okay? So I got this one right here. I got this one. Hold on. I got the black hair version. These will be costing $9.99. Please buy these. You know I'm a single mother of 3. Buy my CD. Buy my CD.
And of course, she was hilarious in the streets, but she also was in some drama. Is she the drama? Did you guys see the stuff with her and JT all over X?
Oh, yeah, I sure did. And I was just like, girls, I hate seeing two bad bees go against each other, especially for something where it's like, ultimately, it doesn't have anything to do with the music. It's unfortunate that that was a part of the story of Am I the Drama? I think obviously the title of the album, it makes sense. It was very disappointing though, because I just want to see JT put out some fire music. And I want Cardi to be focused on being Cardi B, like why we love her, why we press play on the album. Press is always great, but I was very disappointed in the beef, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a bummer because everything else really has been so positive. I mean, you know, all the effort that Cardi put in promoting this album, like she's someone where when she shows up, it pays off because she's so fun to watch, she's fun to listen to. She is saying memeable stuff nonstop. So, you know, the more we can say on that side of the road, I think the better going forward.
Well, absolutely. We definitely all love Cardi over here. Let's get back into the charts. Here are the top 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Soda Pop moves up to number 3.
Yes, man. One had a song about soda pops.
I'm open to learning about it, you know? That's how we expand our knowledge, you feel me?
Y'all see what just happened? People were educated about demons and songs and K-pop.
So refreshing. My little soda pop.
While Alex Warren stays at number 2.
Ordinary. I want you laying me down to the dead and dead.
Alex Warren, Ordinary. It's a great song. I really like that.
What do you like about that song?
It's just about love, and I don't know. I'm in love with her, so.
See, that's beautiful.
The ordinary. I want you laying me down to a dead and buried.
Do you just play the song just when she's around, just so she knows, like, doesn't forget that the love is in it?
The song, so.
Oh, so you brought the song up. Was it on purpose? Did you like, hey, babe, listen to this?
No, I think we made a playlist, and the song's just in the playlist. It was like a have you heard it, and then that was it.
Did you add it to the playlist though? How you feel about when the song came in? Did you go like, oh, I get what you're saying. I love you too. Like, there's a vibe.
Yep, absolutely.
The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found.
And grabbing a 7th week up at number 1 is Golden.
As long as I think about more of like the topic of like K-pop is actually going insane right now. They're hitting video games, they're hitting everything. So honestly, if they keep that shit up, bro, I feel like they got a #1 hit spot.
See, he about to be a fan of K-pop Demon Hunters. Y'all welcome. Thanks, bro. He stopped running. He stopped running out here. Thank you, man. See that? Stop running. I'm not gonna let him flex near me though.
I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters doing the dang thing, you'll say. Soda Pop hitting a new peak at number 3.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Top 40 Radio is going to get involved with anything on K-pop Demon Hunters besides Golden. Golden has been so huge, it's undeniable they had to jump on. But there's 2 other songs in the top 5, and it's not just a 1-week blip. So I wonder at some point, like, do radio programmers feel like, okay, our listeners want to hear these songs, we have to put on Soda Pop and your idol?
I mean, what's interesting to me is that like this was the first week that How It's Done wasn't in the top 10 in quite a while, but Soda Pop still moved up. So even though you're having some songs fall away, you're still getting boost in others.
Yeah, well, I think with Soda Pop, inching its way up, obviously we're at a time where, most of the songs in the top 5, top 10 are kind of shuffling around a little bit each. I don't want to make it seem like Soda Pop is having this new level of resurgence, but obviously to Eric's point, the fact that it's doing a lot of this without radio, which is one of the, of course, key components of the chart, just goes to show that week in, week out, the fan base is there. Obviously, Golden has been sort of the shining song of the soundtrack, but Soda Pop and Your Idol still holding on in the top 10 goes to show that, again, there is huge demand for this months after the album and the soundtrack has been released. I think radio programmers will be smart to jump on this, and certainly, only 2 spots left to go. Could Soda Pop kind of back its way up to number 1? That would be impressive, especially without radio.
Listen, you see I got the shirt on. I love my Saja Boys. I was wondering, Golden, 7 weeks at number 1. Will we see Soda Pop climb there?
Something that I think we've spoken about before is when Golden hit the charts, I think it was hard to be on social media without seeing the HUNTR, either the voice actors or the singers, get their moment and people really capitalizing on what is K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, the door is open now for what K-pop Demon Hunters is. Will that happen for the boys? Will we get that kind of interest and intrigue there? And I think if we start to get some of that interaction with the fans and with other trying to introduce different aspects of K-pop Demon Hunters to people who don't know, maybe it could, because I haven't seen much about the boys, and I'm interested.
Yeah, I mean, I will say Golden still has a huge lead, so I don't know how long it would take, I guess, for Soda Pop to get back up there, or to get up there at all. But yeah, it's almost like they are one artist, even though they're different singers, different groups, and it's like Golden was the first single from this artist, and now Soda Pop is the new one that people are discovering, so you never know how, this album will not die.
I saw cats out there talking that, K-pop Demon Hunters should be the Super Bowl headliner. Like, people are really thinking like a HUNTR kind of, you see how
Tetris.
You see how big it is. Clearly, you see that people are out here listening to multiple songs all on the album. The album hit number 1 for the first time a couple weeks ago. Clearly Bad Bunny picked up the phone first, but maybe with K-pop Demon Hunters 2, you get a whole 12-minute set list out of this. All you gotta do is fill 12 minutes. There's plenty of music for that.
It's easy to imagine the production.
Yeah, I would have loved the Saja Boys, but congrats to Bad Bunny on the Super Bowl halftime show. That's gonna be huge. And of course, it's like we're besties with Alex Warren at this point. Ordinary did stay locked in at number 2. How are we feeling about Alex?
Yeah, we were saying it all about Die With A Smile earlier and Lose Control. A year from now, we might still be talking about Ordinary by Alex Warren. It's that kind of song. It was number 1 for 10 weeks. It's been at number 2 more time than it was at number 1. So this song is not going away anytime soon.
And we might have Alex stopping by the Hot 100 show next week, so if you got some questions for him, you better be ready. And then, of course, we talked about the Saja Boys, but our girls HUNTR at number 1 again.
Yeah, 7 weeks for Golden number 1 is, it's just, Alex Warren better watch out. That 10-week mark might be getting knocked out pretty soon. But yeah, this song really has such a huge lead. It doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Obviously, the support for not just this song, but the entire album makes you think that, week 8, potentially even further, the real problem they're going to run into, like everybody else is going to run into, is Taylor Swift is coming out with her new album, coming out October 3rd. So the Hot 100 usually pretty much becomes Taylor's paradise after that, real Hot 100 Taylor's version. But if they can survive that and the initial avalanche of her album, then yeah, Golden could really be one of those songs that, I know it's not really a song of the fall kind of contest, but if there were a song of the fall, Golden definitely one of the big contenders for that.
Yeah, our friend Gary Trust on the charts team, he noted in his story that went up today that only one song by a girl group has ever been at number 1 longer than Golden by HUNTR. It was Independent Women by Destiny's Child, 11 weeks, 25 years ago already. Golden is tied with Waterfalls. Exactly, thank you, Trevor. Golden is tied with Waterfalls by TLC, 7 weeks. So if it can even get one more week, it's in really rare territory.
Well, congrats again to everybody that made the top 10 on this week's Hot 100. We'll see you next weekend when we count it all again. Thanks, guys. If you want more Billboard, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified on all our latest videos.